Hello, my name is Alex and welcome to my channel. I thought that the best topic for the first video would be what you need for music production, and I could add today or a year ago or 5 years ago. It wouldn't really make much a difference because the fundamental parts, they remain more or less the same. And if you're watching this video today, then it means you don't really believe that AI will take over the world anytime soon. So let's get started. And the first thing you will need is computer. It doesn't matter whether it's going to be a Mac or PC, a laptop or desktop, because anything will do. However, if we're talking about the Windows machines, I would suggest looking at the gaming lines because they are more powerful and they can help you if you decide to do something apart from music production. So for example, video editing or streaming or something like that. And regarding the overall setup and regarding the sum of computer's characteristics, there are several things you need to be aware of. And I suggest we go through them one by one and discuss how and why they will influence your production. And the first thing I want to talk about regarding computers is HDD space. You're gonna need a lot of it. And just be prepared that libraries take space, the projects take space, and the backup of libraries and projects take space. So think about it right from the start. Whether you're going to be carrying around an external hard drive for your libraries, or whether you're going to be setting up a NAS at home and like set up two servers, one always online for easy access, another one is just a backup copy. It's up to you. Like me, I have just a base for easy HDD swapping here. But yeah, actually think about the storage strategy right from the start. This goes a long way because there's nothing worse than losing all your years of work just because of some voltage peak. The next critical element is RAM, and RAM stands for random access memory, and this is actually the space where all your libraries are being loaded into. So the more space you have, the more RAM you have, the bigger projects you will be able to open and the faster everything will be working, because reading from RAM happens much faster than reading from HDD. So again, if you have options of upgrades, use them. So if you have slots for RAM, additional slots for RAM in your computer, then fill them with the sticks with the highest capacity, because this is a very cheap way of increasing the overall workflow speed. The next one here is the CPU, and CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. So basically this is the brains of your computer, and the more cores it has and the faster it is, again, the bigger projects you will be able to handle, and the more effects you'll be able to add to your projects before it starts giving you glitches. So, as usual, the faster, the better. And the last thing here is the screen size. And the point is that you would need to have a lot of things before your eyes. So at some point, just one screen might become a limitation. That's why if you can think about the dual screen setup, and if you can do it, it will be just amazing. Okay, done with the computer, now let's go to the monitoring. And there is one question you need to ask yourself. Do you have a treated room? An acoustically treated room that cancels all the audio reflections from the walls? If the answer is yes, you can go for the studio monitors and you will benefit a lot from this purchase. But if the answer is no, then your only option would be headphones. Now there are different types of headphones. There are closed back headphones and there are open back headphones. And the closed back headphones, they are made for recording, because they don't let the audio through. So you won't be recording audio from your headphones while you're going to be recording yourself. But for long studio sessions or mixing, for example, the closed back headphones are not so comfortable, and the open back headphones are much better choice. But if you're going to be doing like recording and mixing and other stuff, then just get 2 pairs of headphones. That's it. And now to connect your monitoring system to your computer, you will need an audio interface. Because no matter how good your laptop or desktop is, it doesn't have all the necessary connectivity options. So audio interface is just that unit that helps you connect all those speakers, headphones, microphones, instruments to your computer. So they are different by number of inputs and outputs. And the more inputs and outputs you have, the more of the equipment, the more of the audio equipment you'll be able to connect to it at the same time. And the more we can interact with each other during your sessions. Now, if you want to record something, you will need a microphone. And depending on what exactly you will need to record, you will need this or that type of microphone. Because if you need to record just yourself, your speech, it's one microphone. If you need to record saxophone or violin, it's another microphone. And sometimes you need just a multi-microphone setup. One microphone will be attached to the instrument and another microphone will be recording the room. It's also technically possible. And we, for example, we have 3 microphones. The one I'm wearing right now, and the one we are connecting to the saxophone, and the one we are recording the room with. So it all depends. Now we're coming to one of the best parts in music production, to the MIDI controllers. And they come in all shapes and sizes, and they're available for any budget. They may be just the regular MIDI keyboards, they may be just devices with pads for finger drumming, they may be a combination of both, they may be looking like an electronic instrument, they may come with built-in audio interface or even with a built-in DAW, which will be covered a bit later. But if you want to get rid of the keyboard and mouse, this is definitely the way to go. Okay, now don't overlook one of the critical parts of your setup, which is the USB hub. Because the more devices you have that require USB connection, the more ports you will need, and your laptop or desktop may just not come with the enough amount of them. So one of the options to solve this problem is to get yourself a good USB hub with as many ports as possible. Okay, and the last but the most critical part here is that no matter how good your setup is, it will not work without a DAW. And DAW is a digital audio workstation. There are plenty of them on the market. They are available both for Mac or for PC, so there's no problem with it at all. And they are doing the same thing. You need to know that they're doing essentially the same thing. It's just the price and the workflow that is different. Some of the licenses may come with the equipment you purchase, so check that as well. But otherwise, you can just demo them and find the one that suits your needs. And that's it for today. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And next time I will be talking about why Ableton Live is my DAW of choice. Until then, take care. See you. Bye bye.